Everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we got another top 10 list, sort of. It's a 10 list. I've got 10 fragrances, but not exactly any in order. More in sort of its, I'll get to it. Right, so hope you're all doing alright and enjoying whatever you do. On my link, my gaming channel, I've started that up and going to continue that as well. I've been on it a little while, but not updating a lot, so I'm going to be updating that a lot as well as this channel. So I'll leave the link, the name of that below if you're interested. But today we've got a top 10, well, again, not a top. We've got 10 fragrances here for a date night, daytime, whatever. So what I've done, I've split it into two categories, sort of. First one is your very first date. Okay, I mean, we've got a couple of different fragrances, mainly keeping it sort of fresh, clean. You know, just making a normal, fresh, clean, not overpowering sort of sense. And then I've got the other 5, which is more your sort of second, third, fourth date, where things are progressing, possibly. So you want to smell a bit more alluring, a bit more tasty, if you want. If you want to go down that route. So yeah, 5 for first date, and then the others are a little bit more sort of sexier, a bit more alluring. Alright, so no honourable mentions or anything like that, so I'm going to get into it now. If you're a little bit of an older gentleman, although it doesn't necessarily smell old or dated, but it's more of a sort of gents fragrance. This one, Bourgeron, Pour Homme. Not Jaipur, this one is just the Bourgeron, Pour Homme. Okay, it's the first one, the sort of original Pour Homme. This one, sort of an old school citrusy top, very fresh citrusy on top, dries down to a very clean, on sort of masculine but gentleman-like scent, very different from the opening. Very nice. It just, you know, if you're dressed up a bit, going somewhere, you know, properly dressed up, first date if you will, first, second date, and you're a little bit older, you say you're let's say 30 or onwards, then I would say definitely give this one a try. Just nice, clean, masculine, and a nicely dressed up kind of scent. Very nice. So if you're going super casual, you're just going to Starbucks or something like that, you know, the other fragrances in here are going to be more along that line. This one, a nice, fresh, clean, aromatic on the transparent lavender side, is Lacoste Live. Lacoste really good for this sort of gym sense, or just fresh, clean sense, but they always have a note that's more dominant. Style and Play, or Red as it's called now. It's got a nice crisp, clean apple. This one, lovely, very smooth, clean, transparent, like a lavender, other things going on, but very, very nice. Definitely one for more of a casual occasion, not so sporty as a lot of other fragrances from Lacoste. They can be a lot sporty, very red apple and that sort of stuff. This one smooths it out with a nice, fresh, clean, sort of lavenderish kind of scent. Very nice. Next, one that I really love, but beware of the sprays. This one is very strong, at least it is on my skin. So 1 or 2 sprays of this is good enough for a first date. It's Polo 67 Eau de Toilette. Very nice. This, you've got a mix of all sorts. It's got a fresh, clean lavender to it, but it's got some spices, got some woods, it's got an aromatic feel to it. Just pushed pretty well, hence why I say down with the sprays. This one for an Eau de Toilette is quite strong, so I would say light on the sprays of this one, but nice, clean, generic, a little bit spicier on more the sort of masculine side. So very nice, and definitely good for a first date. Next you've got the Ralph Club's Eau de Toilette version. Ralph Lauren, Ralph's Club's Eau de Toilette. This one, just it's got a slightly balsamic feel, very smooth and clean, but almost balsamic, not powdery, just clean. It's got a clean, fresh, slightly, again, balsamic kind of scent to it. Yeah, and if you don't know what balsamic means, it's like it's like having the feel of being powdery without it being a powdery smell, if that makes sense. That's sort of what it means. Almost like resinous, a smooth resinous. Very nice, very clean, fresh. Yeah, you know, you can't go wrong with that. It's just a nice, inoffensive scent. Now next, if you just want to smell clean, like you're out the shower, bit shower jelly, a bit on the more youthful side, then this Boucheron Singulier, I think is how you say it, Boucheron Singulier. This is, yeah, shower gel unboxing sort of thing in a bottle. Has got some other sort of slight aromatic notes, like herbal notes, but for the most part all you're going to smell in the air is like a clean shower gel unboxing kind of thing. It's quite simple in that sense. So if you want to smell like fresh, like women like fresh and clean, okay, they like fresh and clean and all sweet. You know, if you come across that you clean, that you shower, that you look after yourself, your body, you wash as you should, and you smell like you do, then all the better. So that one's a good choice. So we'll move on to this slightly more alluring kind of smells. Now this is out of, again, I don't think I'll mention it, but this is what I've got in my collection currently. I didn't want to put anything in the list that I don't have a bottle of currently. These right now, reasonably, like a step up into sort of, now I want to make myself, second or third date, now I want to make myself a bit alluring, so she remembers me for smelling good, smelling sexy, like she wanted to go a bit further, sort of thing. So this one is good for that, but you've got to be careful. The main juice of this, the Eau de Toilette, is the best selling fragrance, so if she has had previous boyfriends, there's a small chance that they might smell like it, and that's Acqua di Gio. Any of that Acqua di Gio line really, but just typically the one that smells like the original to some degree. I've got the Puffer here, smells very similar to the original, and which just but toned down with the florals, and had a very touchy like a smokiness, but you don't really get it in the air. It's more when if it's close to you. Very good stuff. I haven't got a lot of this particularly, that much left, because I do use it a lot, especially in the summertime. It's red hot today, so if you can hear a fan going on the video, I'm sorry, but I'm not prepared to sit here in 30 degrees in a room without some sort of ventilation. Acqua di Gio, again, you've got to be careful with Acqua di Gio. Anything that just smells the original, that is, because you might smell like another. However, Acqua di Gio is popular for a reason, and that reason is because people love it and women really enjoy it. Again, you smell clean and fresh, aquatic, salty kind of smell, very nice. I mean, I love the Acqua di Gio lines, and you can see I haven't had that long, maybe a year, and considering, I've always got around 50 or 60 fragrances and it changes. I'm not one to go more than that, it's just too much. I know I've got down that much already. So next, a recent acquisition, and it's not as good as it used to be. I think they've toned down the powdery side of it a lot too, it's almost non-existent. Everything else smells similar, but that very heavy tonka bean and the powdery side to it has been toned down, and I've replaced it a bit more lighter, a bit more citrusy. That is Acqua di Gio, Armani Code, same company, Armani Code, and this is the Eau de Toilette. Now I might get the EDP, and they say it's similar to like Absolute or something like that when that came out, and I've had that many years ago, and I thought that was nice. So excuse me, once I've got through this, I might have this, but this one's nice. Any of this line, the code line's got like a nice alluring edge to it. I say the original was a bit better, but this one's got like a nice citrusy aromatic feel with a nice sort of seductive tonka bean sort of base to it. Again, I prefer the original juice, which is a bit more of the tonka bean, less of the citruses, and a powdery sort of side to it, which I prefer to tonka bean kind of stuff. It's still very nice, still very sort of excuse me, a sexy alluring kind of scent to it. If I got the original bottle, it would definitely be on the list, but I doubt it's. I've gone through probably 3 bottles of the original stuff. It's very alluring kind of smell. This was what used to be one of my most complimented fragrances ever, on me at least, and that was Amen Pure Malt. But I currently have Starmen, which is a clone, and it's pretty close. It's pretty close. Starmen Nebula. So if you find this, you can get it dirt cheap. I think I paid less than £10 for it. In all honesty, you look on eBay and that, you'll find it. It's pretty close. There's a little bit more of a floral side to this. You don't really get it in the air. Only again, if you're close up, you'll get it a little bit. But you know, nice sort of boozy, caramelly kind of take. Again, look malty. It doesn't smell like whiskey, but it's got that kind of vibe to it. So if you've had the original, you can't get it. You're not prepared to pay a couple of £100 for a bottle or something, which I'm not. This dirt cheap. It might be an option for you, but it's very nice, alluring scent. Next, one of the bargains of the century for how it smells and how much it costs is just a bargain. And Rosa's Moustache, the EDP. Okay, Rosa's Moustache EDP. This one, nice, slightly sort of incensey vanilla, overwashed with a nice orange kind of smell. It's sort of all that mixed. More towards vanilla, yeah, slightly smoky vanilla most of the time, but you do get a overwash of a very clean, sort of almost like a mandarin citrus, light mandarin citrus orange. Very, very nice. Smells beautiful. Really just smell good. I mean, you can get a big bottle of this for the 125ml, somewhere around 35, something like that. And absolutely worth it. The bottles in themselves, this is a slightly smaller one. The bigger one's so heavy and chunky. Even the small one is good weight, so you get good value for your money, not only in the scent but in the bottle as well. And really good. It looks fantastic on the shelf, just sitting there. It looks yeah, like nice, masculine, and expensive, even though it's not. Again, alluring kind of smell to that, with that lovely, slightly smoky, dominant vanilla in your face, with a freshness that lifts it up through the orange. Very nice. And last on the list, even though you think, okay, it smells like a drink, like, it doesn't really. It's got vibes of it. It's more about, to me, about cinnamon, very sweet, woody cinnamon kind of smell. And this is Tonka Cola. Yes, it has tonka bean, so it's a sweet sort of tonka bean with some woods, some spices. Out of the bottle, and when you first spray it, maybe there's a touch of like a cola kind of edge to it. A lot of people get more cola off the skin than I do, which is a shame, because I love anything that smells or tastes like cola. So I do get a little bit of like a cola edge. My daughter actually sprayed this, smelled it, and she says it does smell like I've just poured Coca-Cola on myself. I don't quite get that off of my skin, and off of her skin, and yes, it does actually smell like that. My skin tends to push more, like it takes away those sort of citruses and stuff a bit more, and pushes the darker oils. So anything that's like woods, especially like a powdery, well, this isn't a powdery, but like a tonka bean, especially cinnamon. Anything that's got a bit of cinnamon in, I spray it. That's the dominant note off my skin. Okay, so for me this is like cinnamon heavy on my skin, but with a nice sort of alluring edge to it, with the tonka bean and the sweetness that goes through this. Very nice. Again, I do get a little bit of a cola vibe to it in the air, but not as much as other people. But very, very nice. I mean, you're going to smell like a sweet, like a sweet cola vibe, but with a darker seductive edge with the tonka bean and the cinnamon and stuff like that. I mean, it's quite an alluring scent, I will say. More spicy on my skin, but and you got that sort of Montal, a sort of slight floral going through. Not like a feminine. It doesn't smell feminine at all, but it's like a freshness, like a floral freshness that goes through, that just lifts everything a little bit. Stop everything being so quite so heavy. Most Montals that I've had has got that in them, and that's no exception. So that's my 10 fragrances for a date. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if there's any of these that you agree with, you don't agree with, that you'd love to go on a date for. Do you not date like me anymore? I just can't be bothered. I'll get what comes to me, you know. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, it really help me out. Any comments, leave in the comment section. I'll answer as soon as I can, and see you guys in the next video.